Hey guys, welcome back. Lucian here with you like always, and I want to bring you some more AE2 content. So I'm in my test world, same test world that I did that thing in, and just been kind of goofing off and just trying to explore this, and maybe I want to just kind of share some of the things that I have learned. First and foremost is, you can see controller here, you know, very basic setup, and then I have 3 different colored dense cable. Remember, dense cable can carry 32 channels of information, where a lower tier can only carry 8. Okay, so we're all good with that. So one idea that I had before I started testing and started to get familiar with this is, you know, well, why don't just chain some channels together so you can have a bigger output? Wrong. The system's like, nope, can't do that, idiot. Try again. And then now it's back to, you know, saying, okay, I'll work now. Get some light back going. So, next couple observations that I've made. Let's get rid of that. This episode, we will not be playing with P2P tunnels. That'll be the next little thing we do. So the next thing is more about channel organization, and that's going to be very huge when you start getting into your very large networks. AE1, you just slapped a piece of cable down and hooked it to the next piece, and slapped another piece of cable, hooked it to the next piece, kind of thing. It's going to be a little harder to do that. So, okay, we have 32 channels running here. So yellow cable will connect to yellow cable, even though this is dense cable and this is smart cable, right? It's pretty cool. The yellow won't connect to blue or green. So that's pretty self-explanatory, right? So we have a gray piece right here. Or is that gray? Yeah, it's gray. So again, not connecting to anything. But let's throw a piece of that down. And now I have yellow running next to gray, but still coming off the yellow main line. So if I do, let me grab some goodies. What do I have? The drive. So let's save my this yellow channel right here. This is going to be dedicated to my drives. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get rid of that. So now I can see I'm using up all 8 of my channels for that piece, and using 8 of the 32. But that's okay. We can still pull off this gray piece. And you know what, this gray piece, let's say, fill you in because that's bugging my OCD just a little bit. Let's say, you know what, this gray line. Now I'm putting them all together to kind of give you some options. Obviously, in a system in your base, you wouldn't do this because you wouldn't have all your stuff this close together, but I'm trying to show you how to organize and use your channels. So let's say you have this gray piece right here. This is hooked up to some of your machinery, and you're using that to be buses or interfaces. That's just representing 8 more channels. So now I'm using 8 of my 8 there, and now 16 of my 32. And you know what? Let's pull off a piece of blue cable. Again, they're not connecting up. And this blue, you know what? It's going to be for my interfaces. That's where I'm going to have all my interfaces. Now, even though this is blue piece of pipe, blue wire, it's still pulling off of my yellow main line. So it sounds more complicated than it is, but I've had a hard time wrapping my head around these channels. And the more time I spend in my test world, the easier it seems to get. So if you're having trouble with it, go into a test world like many other things and just play with it. But I wanted to show you that you can jump colors by using a piece of flux cable. Now you could do that in AE1, but it wasn't needed as much. But since we're now into AE2, and we have this channel issue, it might play a bigger part into how we organize. So you can see, let's say I have, looks like 15 channels left, and let's just pull off some smart cable off this yellow line, and you know what, this is going to be, these are going to be my buses for some machines. So that's what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam. So that's using all 8 of that channels. And then again, now we're using 25 of our 32. So I have a fair amount of real estate covered here and using my base. Pretty cool, huh? So you can just kind of look at that and see that you have a little more flexibility. So that's it for this video, just playing with channels and seeing what I could kind of come up with, maybe to give you a little bit of inspiration or kind of help you work through some of the problems. I don't know, I'm still kind of getting used to this system, probably like a lot of other people, and you know, it's interesting to say the least. So that could represent, you know, a fully functioning piece. You know what, actually let's play a little more. So let's say I have 8 machines. So I'm using 8 of my 8 there. But cable, green sounds good. And those aren't going to hook up. Get rid of you. Get rid of that, because that's going to mess things up for sure. That's if I have. So those are export. Now I'm not setting this up for real. I'm just playing. Import. So now I'm using 2 different block faces, but you know, that wouldn't be smart. That would be smarter, because that way it still opens me up a lot of options instead of tying up that whole block face. So it may be smarter on your block faces of your controller just to have a piece of dense cable down, just to immediately open up to 32 channels, because you can always come and do this like that. So now this one is now supplying 32 channels, so I could pull off 8 from here, 8 from here. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying there? So, pretty cool system. Again, thanks for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions. And at this point, if you're having a problem in AE2, feel free to ask it, and I will try to make a video for you. Or if I can't explain it out in a comment, I'll try to make a video for you, because I like doing these demonstration videos. So if you have any questions, or if you have something you want me to do, just holler at me. I'll see what I can do. But again, all my contact information is down below, and I will see you guys next time.